We are hearing SRIMAD Bhagavatam. Today you can see we have one new devotee member. Yesterday I was explaining a bit more because of Paramananda and her, because it is not so easy to understand this Krishna Lila and how this is going on. First, one has to be well established in understanding Bhagavad Gita, their Krishna Tattva, the truth about Krishna, the Jiva Tattva, the truth about Jiva, individual souls, and this material world, and how everything is going on is explained. So when one is established in that and he is inclined to serve Krishna, as Arjuna became by hearing all that, he was inclined, yes, I will follow your order. So when one is established in that Sharanagati, in surrender to Krishna, then he can understand these topics of different kinds of lilas, pastimes, sports of Krishna, because Krishna has unlimited forms and unlimited lilas and different categories of lilas. So today also I got one question, a very nice question. It is very important, otherwise we may misunderstand what is going on. Because I mentioned yesterday that it was here in Bhagavatam that Krishna was studying in the house of Sandipani Muni, his guru. And to teach by example that we have to accept bona fide guru, realized soul, to get guidance for practice and realization of that which is beyond our comprehension. But there are some things in Krishna Lila which we are not to follow. And sometimes he's teaching by example, sometimes he's teaching by instructions, like in Bhagavad Gita, or he gave instructions to Udap like this. So it is a very vast subject matter, so one has to approach carefully and under the guidance of bona fide guru. Then one can understand and what is like a drama, what is this, all these things. So in brief, I will tell, you know, in that transcendental realm, Golok Vrindavan, which is above this material universe, there is one river, and Brahma Jyoti, light, and Vaikuntha, all, I cannot tell all in detail. In that realm, abode of Krishna, eternal, there Krishna Lila is also going on. Krishna is doing his pastimes with his personal associates, but there only that eightfold Lila which we are hearing during Kartik month is going on with his personal associates in different relationships. There Krishna is not performing the Lila of taking birth or growing up from small boy up to 16. No, there he is Nitya Kishore, always 16, transcendental 16. And there is no killing of any demons there. Only pure play with his personal associates, loving relationships, pure loving relationships there, eternal, going on according to that is also unlimited. It's very, you cannot limit that. So that is one type of lila. And when Krishna descends to this world, he appears in this world, material world, he shows himself to all by his grace. That does not mean that he becomes material when he comes to this world, but he only by his own will he becomes visible to all. But not all can understand that he is Supreme Lord. That is why demons will fight with him. And again, to make it more complicated, some are real demons, some are his devotees in the guise of demon to play that part in his drama. So all this is so very vast thing. Gradually we can understand. So when Krishna comes in this world as avatar, one who descends, then he has certain mission to do. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkritam, dharma sanstapanarthaya, sambhavami juga juga. You will find in Gita, 4th chapter. To protect the pious, to annihilate the impious, and to establish dharma, proper following of Shastra, scripture, Krishna appears again and again, not only in this forum. He appears as Nrishinga or Ramchandra or other forums we are also hearing. So he has certain mission. So when Krishna, the one with the flute from Golok Vrindavan, he appears in this world, he does that pastime as he does in Goloka, but it is mixed with other leelas also, with other functions. He has to attract conditioned soul to him, and he also has to teach them how to live while in this world, and he's teaching by example and also by precept, means instructions, and that also for different levels. He told to Uddhava 3 ways of progress according to eligibility, qualification. So what to do? So we need some guidance. So what to follow? Like Krishna taking Guru, that is to be followed. But Krishna's certain pastimes in Vrindavan, you cannot imitate, you cannot follow. Because Krishna is beyond this material thing. There is no false ego, no selfishness, no nothing. He's purely loving relationship, and his devotees, his personal associates, they are also beyond this worldly ego. They have no worldly ego. They are also doing lila. They are not in karma. They are doing lila, pure love to Krishna. But Krishna is in the mood of enjoyer. They are in the mood of enjoy it, but loving, not like this material world. So we cannot do service of Krishna by following his way as enjoyer. We can follow the way when he is acting as example, or when he's teaching as a guru, but not when he's enjoyer. Also his personal associates we cannot always follow if they do something which is beyond our capacity. So we have to gradually understand all these things. And about killing demons, this is happening only in this world, not in Goloka. And as I told yesterday, they are representing certain anarthas, certain wrong desires, which have to be removed, or some ignorance. All this Baladev also is killing. So in this way we have to gradually understand what is our position, what is Krishna's position, what is relationship, and why we are in this situation as we are now, in which we are, and how we can progress from this by following. That is why when Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, he spoke to Arjuna. Arjuna understood and became inclined to serve Krishna and serve Krishna's mission. Then Krishna, after some time, he saw that I gave instructions, but they misunderstood or they are not following. So I will have to come again to teach them by my own example. I myself will practice, and by my own example I will teach them, not only giving instruction, but showing them. And in the same time, Krishna had the desire, he wants to taste what his devotees are feeling when they are loving him, because Krishna saw Radharani, she is more happy than I am. When she is lovingly serving me, she is more happy than I am when I am serving. So I want to experience that. So he came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to taste that, and at the same time to teach us conditioned souls in this world, in forgetfulness of our eternal relation with Krishna, how we can be freed from this Maya and how we can attain our real nature, a real position, real life, gradually up to that point of highest devotion. By his own example, he was teaching how we can practice Krishna consciousness, means devotion to Krishna, how we can practice. He taught by his life, mostly, but even in his Lila, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Lila, Gaura Hari's Lila, we find sometimes he's revealing himself as God. Sometimes in Navadip or in Puri, then that thing we cannot follow. So what we have to follow, we have to learn by proper Guru Parampara and how to understand all these different types of Lila. So we cannot imitate everything or follow everything. There is also one example in 10th Canto, SRIMAD Bhagavatam, in this Krishna Lila, after Krishna performed some Lila, then Parikshit Maharaj, one who is listening this Srimad Bhagavatam, he asked, how is it that Krishna is doing this? I cannot understand. It is not that he does not know, but he is asking so that we may know. And can we also do this? Then Shukadev Goswami, speaker of Bhagavatam, he is telling, no, you should not imitate Krishna in this Lila. And he gave one example as, when there was a churning of milk ocean, then first poison came out. Ultimate goal was to get nectar, but first poison came out. Demigods and demons, they were churning ocean, then poison came out. Then there was a big disturbance and fear, and what is this? Then they took shelter of Vishnu Bhagavan, one form of Krishna. They took shelter, what to do now, this poison. And Vishnu can do everything. But in order to show the glory of his devotee, he told them, you have to go to Shiva. He can solve that problem. So then they approached, both demigods and demons approached Shiva, and they prayed to him that this is the situation. We were sent to you, so you please rescue us from this problem. Then Shiva, again, playing the pastime, playing Lila, he asked Parvati, his wife, consort. She's also pure devotee. And they're also doing certain Lila. Gradually we can understand. So Parvati, she said, you can drink, what is the problem for you? You can digest everything to show the glory of Shiva. So then Shiva said, okay. Then he went and he drank that poison. And there was no ill effect on him. But his glory was increased. His neck became blue. That poison did not go down, only up to here, and everything he did, because she was not ordinary person. And that because that poison is material thing. He has control over this. So his neck became blue and he got one name, Nilkanta. Means blue neck, Nilkanta. So here the Shukadeva Goswami is telling, if you try to imitate Krishna doing this lila, then it would be the same as if you are not Shiva and you are attempting to drink that poison. You will die immediately. Means it will be harmful to you. This is not for you to do. Because you are not in that position as Krishna enjoyer. And also, here also example, Shiva could drink that. He's liberated soul. Not all can. There, even if bird would fly over that poison, not even drinking, just getting that scent or fragrance, die. Everyone will die. Such poison. But Shiva could drink it because he's in that position. So those who are liberated souls, we cannot imitate their activities. We have to follow those practices which are meant for us, for gradual development, gradual upliftment. And there are many stages of properly following Vedic scriptures, like Karma Kant, Jnana Kant, Bhakti, so many stages, and what to do, so we need some guidance for that. So I was very happy to get that question today. I could remember all these things, which I heard from Gurudev, and also I heard from Srila Sridhar Maharaj. There is one verse, I will try to find it somewhere. I will try. One verse is there, maybe in Bhagavatam, which says that those who are great personalities, like Krishna, he is Supreme Lord, only one. And there may be his personal associates also, they are his personal associates or demigods and like this, they are all great personalities. So there it is written, one cannot follow all their activities. What they are doing, not all, only those activities which they are doing, which are in harmony with their instructions to us. Only those activities, not all. If they are matching, then you can do. But if not matching their instructions, then that is their separate thing. So you cannot follow that. You cannot imitate that. So gradually by Guru Parampara, we have to learn these things so that we may properly practice, and with proper practice, according to our degree of submission to Krishna, up to that point we can be liberated from ignorance and we can directly perceive all these things, who I am, who is Krishna, what is Krishna Lila, what is my service to him, all these things gradually we can perceive. It is the many stages, like there is one example Krishna is giving in 11th canto here, like that Ayurvedic ointment, if you put on the eyes, your eyesight will improve. And it is not false. I heard from one devotee, sannyasi, he said, I also did not know about this before, but when I was in Vrindavan in India, in that temple, Radha Govinda temple, there was a big crowd there, so you could not go near to the deities. So I was standing behind, then someone came and said, I can give you that Ayurvedic ointment. So okay, then he put there and he said at first there was a big pain, very burning, like big pain, but after that subsided, then really I could see very far. I was astonished how this is possible. Like if someone is without glasses, then he can see certain things, and when he puts glasses, then he can see better. So like that, he said, I was astonished how this is possible. I could see like with that I don't know what is that called, the loglet in Slovenian, that I could see very far. I was astonished, and very clearly how this is possible. But then gradually, after some time, that also finished. So like that, Krishna is giving this example. When one will hear about Krishna from bona fide source, and will speak about Krishna, what he heard, and remember him and do all these devotional practices, then his consciousness will be more and more purified. And with that, he can see all things more and more clearly as they are. So that we have to follow. So as we heard yesterday, Krishna killed so many demons. In Vrindavan, there are obstacles to devotion, like Putana, a false guru, teaching wrong things. If you are under influence of such, you cannot progress in devotion. So Krishna has to remove that obstacle. And also like desire for name and fame, or that Kaliyanag we heard, that snake, yeah, binoculars is that English word, to see far. So then Kalia, that snake in Vrindavan, she came. That is cruelty. One should not be cruel to other living entities. And then the other forest fires and all these problems Krishna solved, they each represent certain obstacle in the path of devotion. So by the help of Krishna we can remove that, and by the help of Baladev. Then after killing all demons, here we heard yesterday, Lord Shri Krishna, thus thinking to himself, he wanted to disappear, established Maharaj Yudhishthir in the position of supreme control of the world in order to show the ideal of administration on the path of piety. Those who are Kshatriyas, kings, rulers, they have their duty to do, to take care of the citizens for their material welfare and also for spiritual welfare. That is perfect, like Yudhishthir Maharaj was like that. But before that, there were those kings who were demoniac kings. They were only exploiting people, oppressing and destroying these spiritual practices, all these things. So that is not good. So Krishna, this is one of his mission, to establish Dharma, re-establish Dharma when it goes down. So he made Yudhishthir Maharaj, he's one of the 5 Pandavas, one of his brother of Arjuna, of Krishna, Gita, 5 brothers, they're pious persons, but other sons of the Dhritarashtra, 100 sons, they are wicked. So finally Krishna established Yudhishthir Maharaj, then his mission as avatar was complete. Then now he will disappear. But that was not only function. There are many functions Krishna does. Main is to satisfy his devotees and to attract fallen jivas to come to him, to accept that real life. Uttarayam dritah puror vamshah sadva bhimanyuna savai Drauni astra samplushta punar bhagavata drita. The embryo of Puru's descendant, begotten by the great hero Abhimanyu in the womb of Uttara, his wife, was burnt by the weapon of the son of Drona, but later he was again protected by the Lord. We heard this in the beginning of Bhagavatam. Now we are in 3rd canto. There are 12 cantos, 12 parts, 18,000 verses. Vyasadeva, one who is also one avatar of Krishna, one appearance of Krishna, he wrote all these Vedic scriptures. So many you cannot fathom even, but still he was not satisfied after writing all those scriptures. 4 Vedas divided, then Upanishads, there is philosophical aspect about eternity and all this, and Vedanta Sutra explaining, then Mahabharata and 18 Puranas, all histories, all these teachings, true stories, all this. Still he was unsatisfied. Then he could not understand why is this so. Then he took shelter of his Gurudev and spiritual master. And his spiritual master, Narad Goswami, when he came, he did not ask him, how are you? He said, how is your soul connected to this gross and subtle body? Guru knows everything. There is no need to tell him. But purposely he asked in this way, not how are you, but how is your soul, means your real self, in connection with the gross and subtle material body. Then Vyasadeva told, you know everything, Gurudev. I am not happy, I don't know why. I gave so many things for the benefit of the people, for their happiness. So in return, I should also be happy. Why am I not happy? Then Narad Goswami asked, what you did? He said, people, they want money. So I wrote Artha Shastra, scripture, how they can get money. And also they want to have that good position, and the next life also better enjoyment in heavenly plans, all this. So I gave Dharma Shastra, that scripture, how they can attain this. Good life in this and next also. And also all people, they want to fulfill their desires, all kinds of desires. So I wrote down how they can fulfill all their desires. Kama Shastra. So why I'm not happy? I gave them happiness. Why I'm not happy? Then Narad Goswami said, what you did is wrong. Everything wrong, totally wrong. Why? Because these conditioned souls, they're in diseased state. From their diseased state, they have these desires. Like one drunkard, he always wants to drink wine, but that is not good for him, but he wants. So if you give more and more wine to him, outwardly it looks like you are giving him what he wants and he will be happy, but ultimate result will ruin, means ruination. So from their diseased condition, they are misidentifying themselves with this material energy. So because of that, they have all these desires. So by fulfilling those, you cannot fulfill them. They are not this. Then Vyasadeva said, yes, but I also gave them how they can be liberated from this entanglement. I prescribed for liberation. Because they will understand all this is non-eternal, all the time changing, non-eternal, all relations non-eternal, all happiness non-eternal, and it produces suffering as a reaction, all these things. And attachment, it binds you, you are not free, and it actually lowers your happiness, which you naturally have in yourself. So all these things, I told them how they can be liberated from this, all these things, and to how they can merge into spiritual existence, all pervading spirit. They can merge and they will be liberated from all these entanglements. There is no suffering, no physical, no mental, no suffering, only that bliss. I gave that also. Why I'm not happy? Then Narad said, this is also not good. Because you have deprived them from the actual happiness which comes by performing their constitutional activities or duties or desires. All these jivas, souls, they're related with Krishna. They're coming from him. Jato vaimani bhutani jayante jeno jatani jivanti tat prajanti avisham vishanti tat bijigasasa tat eva brahma. They're coming from him. They're maintained by him. They will go to him. And another nitya nitanan chetanas chetananam eko bahunam jobidadati kam. He's fulfilling all desires. We are not independent. He is giving according to our activity. So you did not sing the glories of Krishna. Then Vyasadeva said, I did. In Mahabharata, I spoke about Krishna Lila, how he appeared in this world, what he was doing and helping Arjuna. And there also Bhagavad Gita I wrote. Then Narad said, yes, but people don't understand properly. They think that by worshipping Krishna or serving Krishna, we can ultimately be liberated. Because he told in the last verse, Sarva dharma paritaja mamekam sharanam, you give up all other duties, you surrender to me, I will liberate you from all sins. So they will understand in this way. So it is again not proper. Then Narad said, because you are not happy, so you did not give them happiness, so that is why you also are not happy. Because happiness lies in fulfilling your constitutional desire or function, natural function. Then he gave example, like this hand is in the body, by the body, and from the body. Like before I told that verse, all living entities are coming from Krishna. They are maintained by Krishna, they are by Krishna, and they will go to him. They are in Krishna, from Krishna, in Krishna, and by Krishna. Like that, this hand is from the body, in the body, and by the body. So hand's function is natural function or beneficial function for her is to give food to the stomach. If hand will say, no, I will not give to stomach. Stomach is only eating and sitting, not doing anything. I will not give. I will take. Then what will happen? Because according to constitution, hand cannot be nourished. Because stomach has certain function and natural function, and stomach is not only sitting and eating. He is digesting and then sending all that to whole body. So hand also gets nourishment. Like that, we as Jiva souls are from Krishna, by Krishna, in Krishna. So we should, our natural function is, we should remain for Krishna. Then we can be happy. By serving him, we get benefited. But those who are devotees, they never think in this way that we will serve him because we will be benefited. No, they really have that relationship with him. But automatic result is like that. And because you are doing natural function of your real self, then you can be fulfilled. So Narad Goswami Gurudev told to Vyasadeva, you have to write about Krishna for his satisfaction. Then you will get contact with absolute bliss, who is Krishna, Satchidana Vigraha. Then you will be happy, and you have to write that, and others will also get that. So when Vyasadeva, that is his last work, final. Then he wrote SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM, and after writing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM, he got eternal bliss, fulfillment he got, and we can also get by following SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. So he had to submit to bona fide guru to get this idea and how he should do it and what he will achieve. Then Vyasadeva, as we heard, he did that and he got it. So this we have to understand, because Jiva has eternal relation with Krishna. We may be in forgetfulness of it, but still it exists. That is why even if you merge yourself in impersonal light, that spiritual light, yes, you will not get any physical and mental, any kind of suffering, and you will get some bliss. But that in that bliss there are no waves, because there is no relationship. So unless we fulfill that relationship, we cannot be happy. And because that hole is there, that lacking is there, we try to fulfill that by worldly relations. That is why even those who attained liberation, impersonal liberation, after some time again, they go into these worldly relationships based on bodily conception. So again, they will go because they are searching for that. But if by great fortune one can realize his eternal relation with Krishna and also with all other living entities in relation to Krishna, that is like one, it is not that you are related to Krishna and with no one else, or with everyone else but not with Krishna. No, in that perfect realization, you are related to Krishna and with all living entities in relation to him, like brothers and sisters of same Father. So when we come to the point of those transcendental, real relationships, they are eternal, then we can get that fulfillment. So we can understand. So here, it is mentioned that when Parikshit Maharaj was in the womb of his mother Uttara, that time Abhimanyu, he threw that weapon to kill all Pandava descendants, but Krishna protected him while he was in the womb. How? Krishna already disappeared. How he can protect? Krishna is everywhere and he can do whatever he likes. He manifests sometimes in this world or may not, or as I told before, in Golok Vrindavan, he's doing his own lila, and then he descends into this material world, comes down in this world, not bound by this world, but come down. Then one will think by material conception, as we are experiencing in this world, then he is here, not there. But it is not like that. He is here and there also. There he is doing his lila that is continuing, and at the same time he is here and doing this lila as avatar. And then Krishna will disappear from the eyes of all, but those who are devotees, they can see him with their transcendental eye even when he disappears. He can see, and he can protect, like he protected Parikshit Maharaj. He was a devotee. So all these things we have to gradually realize by proper devotional practice. Aya Jaya Dharma Suttam Ashwamedai Stribir Vibhu Sopikshmam Anujay Rakshan Reme Krishnam Anuvrata. I explained that thing because I said that SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM is 18,000 verses divided in 12 parts. So now we are in the third one. But this whole scripture is about pure devotion to Krishna for his satisfaction. Save pungsha parodharmo jato bhaktira dokshaje ahoituki apratihate atma suprasidati. The supreme dharma, supreme occupation or duty or nature for all humanity is to serve that transcendental supreme Lord one who reserves the right of not being exposed to material senses. This Prabhu's name is Adokshaja. That is one name of Krishna, Adokshaja. One who is beyond the perception of these material senses. That does not mean you cannot see him, but you have to get that transcendental eye. Then you can see. So Adokshaja means one who reserves the right of not being exposed to material senses. But to spiritual through spiritual senses, you can see him, you can feel him, you can touch him, you can speak with him, everything. That is real bliss. So, that Bhagavatam, whole Bhagavatam, SRIMAD Bhagavatam is about pure devotion. Through different pastimes and teachings and discussions and all this, but it is all about pure devotion, but it is in different ages going on. Principle is the same, about surrender and devotion to Krishna, and how they did. And but we have to apply only that principle, not as like we cannot perform, as we will come to Dhruva Maharaj, how he performed. That was in another age, how he performed devotion. So that we cannot apply, but we can apply principle. He was following his guru. Guru will give instruction according to time, place, circumstance, person. Also, we cannot follow like Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj, he was protected by Krishna in the womb. Then he was cursed to die. Then Shukadeva Goswami spoke Bhagavatam to him. And Parikshit Maharaj was listening for 7 days and 7 nights without taking rest, without taking food, without taking drink, all the time hearing about Krishna from lotus mouth of Shukadeva Goswami. And he got perfection only by hearing about Krishna. After 7 days, he got realization and he conquered that and got that eternal service. We cannot do like that. Because now we are in Kali Yuga, this age, so we have to do process according to this age. But we'll get the same fruit as those in other ages got by those processes for that age. Principle is same, only form different. So in this age, at the end of SRIMAD Bhagavatam, it is their conclusion about Nama Sankirtan, about chanting holy name of Krishna in this Kali Yuga without offenses, properly, purely. Then you can get ultimate goal of life. Also written in Kali Yuga, in this age of quarrel, so there is ocean of faults, so many faults in this age. You can see if you look around, and this is just the beginning now. It will become more degraded. So sad, but it is like this. Ocean of faults, but there is one good quality, great good quality. By chanting Krishna's name, one can get that ultimate goal. So this Bhagavatam is about this. So we are hearing, it is one kind of devotional practice for us. We are hearing like daily 1 hour, but Shukadeva Goswami was hearing 24 hours. And Shukadeva Goswami is speaking 24 hours. How we can do that? It is not possible for us. But we can hear daily and get that idea and inspiration to perform devotional practice of chanting in this Kali Yuga. Then we can gradually also attain that. Then further, the Supreme Lord induced the son of Dharma to perform 3 horse sacrifices, and Maharaj Yudhishthir, constantly following Krishna, the personality of Godhead, protected and enjoyed the earth, assisted by his younger brothers. This is from Mahabharata. But yes, before I forgot to tell. I had in mind, but so many things. If we don't fulfill that relationship which is now dormant, which is eternal with Krishna, we cannot be happy. So that relationship may be of two levels or of two types. One level is, you will understand there is God. He's the creator, maintainer, destroyer of this world. He's giving all the things. He's owner of everything. We are his potency. We are eternal related to him. We are as his servants. So in that, how to say, Aishwarya, that awe and reverence mood, in knowledge that he is God. So it is our duty to serve him according to rules and regulations of Shastra and with awe and reverence. If we don't do, then we will have to suffer. So that is the impetus. That is one level of understanding of relationship. But another is, that is with Krishna, they don't know Krishna is God. Although Krishna is God, but playing like human. So they have that intimate, delightful relation with him as son, as beloved, as friend, 5 types there. So they don't know Krishna is God, although he's God. But they have that relationship with him. He's my friend. So in that relationship, they're lovingly serving him. They're getting that fulfillment. That is highest. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give that, the process, how we can attain that, intimate with delightful relation, that is more blissful than this as duty. But there is a gradual procedure how we can attain that. So we have to follow that process. Then a soul, Atma, can get fulfillment. This verse says, for all humanity, the highest nature or dharma or duty is to do devotion, bhakti, to Adokshaja, Supreme Lord. And that devotion should be uninterrupted and without cause. Means should not do for any other purpose except to please him. And uninterrupted means like we are serving Krishna, you give me this, then he gives you, then you will stop worshiping. That is not a realization of your eternal relation with him. When you realize that, then devotion is eternal. And that will fulfill you, not these other things. So that is Yayatma Suprasidati. Vyasadeva wrote in SRIMAD Bhagavatam, because Narad told him, you will have to ride this point. I am teaching you now. You will have to realize yourself this pure devotion to Krishna. You will get happiness. And then also you have to write about this for the sake of others. Because now they are following those other things because you wrote. So you have to now give them proper path. You have to write it. So Vyasadeva wrote it. That for all humanity, devotion to Supreme Lord, in this way, causeless, without any other desire, and uninterrupted, that can only Yayatma Suprasidati. Then your real self, your soul, the one who you are, can be Suprasidati, fully happy, fully satisfied. And Vyasadeva realized this. Yes, it is true. So he wrote it and gave the way. That is why we are hearing SRIMAD Bhagavatam and following. Bhagavan api vishvatma loka veda patanugaha kaman sisheve dvarvyatyam asaktah sankyam astitaha. Simultaneously, the personality of Godhead enjoyed life in the city of Dwaraka strictly in conformity with the Vedic custom of society. He was situated in detachment and knowledge as enunciated by the Sankhya system of philosophy. So this part is the one which we can follow. He was himself following Vedic customs of society for gradual upliftment, to teach by example. In Gita also you will find Krishna says, if I will not do this work, then others will also not do, because common people, they follow what great men do. So even if I'm doing with detachment, not with any other ulterior desires, so they will see I'm doing, then they will follow. So this part, but not all, so that we have to understand. Enjoyed life means not by exploiting, but by following properly what is the duty of human being. In that way you are getting that proper happiness. So tomorrow we will further share.